And good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome out to the 2026 Quitman Tournament. We are at the Jonesboro Recreation Park, and it is a beautiful complex here. Coach Justin Dodson of Quitman got us up here, and man, are we excited. I am up here with Nick Morrow. And, of course, our gal Zoe Fitz will be around the place. You'll see plenty of great photos tomorrow. Sorry, I won't rush her on those because we got a lot of games going on tonight. 3 tonight, 6 tomorrow. So we invite you to stick around here. If you have not followed the page, make sure you do that. If you're over on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to it. That way we will know everything that's going on. They're going to have a home plate meeting here momentarily. Actually, you're starting to see what's... There you go. You get a look at the umpire meeting that's going on. That is our center field cam. Turn around and look at it this way. So that's a couple of looks that you'll have. Sterlington and Hahnville. So we've got 2 or 3 North Shore teams. 3, I think, are going to be up here. Should be a great game. That's a live look in from out in center field. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Delighted to have you here. Again, our man Nick Morrow is up in the press box on the camera. There you see the 2 coaches there, Sterlington, as we said, and Hahnville. Again, this tournament brought to you in its entirety by DHT Specialties. We appreciate those guys, and, of course, a number have jumped on to be a part of this. Purdue Builders Supply. Purdue Builders Supply will be here. They've got one of the Quitman tournaments that they will sponsor on their DHT Specialties. Our stay is in part due to our friends at Paradise Funeral Homes. It is the Home Runs for Hope weekend. St. Jude's will be up here tomorrow, and we have pledged $10 for every home run that is hit today and tomorrow, and we invite you. It's going to go to St. Jude's. We'll have the QR code for you. It'll be placed all around the ballpark if you're here. If not, we'll get that posted for you as well. But we invite you to join along with us wherever you're at this weekend. All of the proceeds go directly to St. Jude's, and that is a project from Quitman Senior Maggie Guyat. We'll talk to her a little bit more throughout the weekend about it too. But Ronnie Schwartz with St. Jude will be up tomorrow. Just be here throughout the day. But we at 446 Sports have pledged $10 for every home run that is hit out of here. Hope they hit a bunch of them this weekend. Not just our field, every field that is going on. And there are a number of tournament games that are being played. And so we invite you to take part in that. As we told you, Paradise Funeral Homes is a big part of what we are doing here. And Rachel Shively, Clerk of Court for Jackson Parish, is on board. And there you see Rachel. She's a Clerk of Court there, and we appreciate the parish, Jackson Parish, getting behind us. And so we're moments away. We're going to look and see who ended up. They had to flip for home, and they'll flip for home in all of these games. And we have the starting lineup for Sterlington. It's Alexis Blackwell will be behind the dish. Austin Carter is the shortstop today. She'll bat second. Sullivan Cannon, the center fielder. We saw her the other night. She led off. And is quick. They've got her in the 3 spot here. Jalea Alford, the third baseman, good to see. She got shaken up a little bit, ran into a runner from Menard on that one. She's number 34. Shug, and I don't know that anybody in this tournament will play third base better than Alford does. Neely Kilpatrick, the designated player. Briley Hamby is the first baseman. Cerda, B-E-A, Cerda, C-E-R-D-A, the left fielder. Bats 7th and wears number 12, batting 8th. Tonight is Natalie Tannehill. She is the second baseman, wears number 14. And Kaylee Edie will bat 9th and play right field. Ainsley Johnson is the flex, and she is out in the circle, and let's see why. There you get a good look in. And we're back, and as we said, Hahnville is going to come to the plate first, so let's jump over there and get Hahnville listed as our visiting team in this one, and Sterlington will be home. First pitch was scheduled for 4 o'clock. It is 3:59, and first pitch getting ready to be delivered. And here we go. Up and out of the zone. First pitch was 3:59, ball 1. That one twisted foul and out of play. Evens things up at a ball and a strike. Work our way through the lineup here. For you, that is Walton that is leading off from the left side. Adriana Walton will lead things off. Swung on and missed and down on strikes, and Ansley Johnson has her first strikeout of the night. Working on getting that lineup put in for you. So if you don't hear us, that's what we're working on now. That one ground over towards first base. And a ball and a strike. That one fouled straight back. Will make it a ball and 2 strikes. Johnson lifts that one lifted back, way back, and going to be out of here. That is a solo home run here in the top of the first. That was Jackson that hits that. And got that Johnson pitch and just drove it over the fence, did Emma Jackson. So Emma Jackson with the long ball early. Don't forget, we will be naming 9 LV5K players of the game, 1 for each of the games that we do this weekend. 1-0. Emma Jackson home run. And that will get Lambert into the box. This is London Lambert. And I'm telling you, Jackson did a good job of just pulling that ball. It goes over the right field fence. And another lefty in here against the freshman Johnson. Early fireworks, and that's $10 towards the total right there. That's right. That we got reminded that's a 10 spot into the tournament. Inside looks like it gets her, and that'll get down to first base. For London Lambert, she's on, and Shelby Terrio will step in. They're going to get a courtesy runner in for Lambert. Going in there for the strike as well. And Johnson responding well following that home run. And when lifted high, third coming in, that is Suge Alford that has it, and that will be out number 2. That was actually Lambert there, so it wasn't. So 2 out. Shelby Terrio popped out to shortstop, and this will bring Jordan Chaix. Jordan, I'm not even going to try it there. Just know Lorette is the courtesy runner that is on for Lambert. Johnson fires this one and a shot down to second base. Not in time. Good-looking swipe of second base, and that'll get the runner down and into scoring position. Our camera out there giving us a little trouble early on. Settled into this one. It is 1-0. That was an Emma Jackson home run a batter or two ago. That one off and foul. Fouled back and out of play again. Just getting settled in on this beautiful Friday afternoon. The sun making its way in, the first of 3 today. In between innings, we'll let you know who is coming up after this. Such a big day of softball. That one over into left field. They're going to wave the runner around. Here's a play at the plate. Not going to be in time, and that is a RBI double for Jordan. Trades places with the base runner, and a quick 2-0 lead here from Hahnville. So Hahnville up here earlier. The long bus ride didn't really affect them any. They are off and going. Again, we will name our LV 5K player of the game. LV Foundation, proud supporter of what we do. That race is coming up next Saturday. That is April the 4th. Boy, is it already April? April the 4th is when that will be at 8 a.m. out at Alexandria Senior High School. Make sure to make your way out there. If you can't come in, you say, well, that's too far to go. That's okay. You can online just donate to it. It helps to support the Lauren Vaughn, who was a member of that 2016 Alexandria Senior High State Championship team that lost her life in a impaired driving crash. She was a passenger in, and so all of the money that's raised for that through the 5K race is giving to help nursing students that are in that accelerated nursing program at Northwestern State because they can't work while they're in there. Good-looking pitch and down on strikes. That is a Sabine State Bank strikeout, and that will do it for Hahnville in the top half of the first inning. We moved to the bottom of the first, but, man, it was a good one. 2 runs. The key there was that Emma Jackson home run. Solo shot there, and an RBI from Jordan Chaix has that. Somebody in the comments let us know. We won't check that till tonight, but let us know that. Again, we are brought to you by our friends at DHT Specialties, along with a lot of others. London Lambert finishing up her warm-up tosses there. You see that Hahnville offense make their way in. So look at that defense. You see that defense from the other side. And that is going to bring Alexis Blackwell to the plate. Blackwell was designated player when we saw her the other night. She is in at catcher today. And the bottom of the first starts with the ball off the plate outside for ball 1. Lambert is certainly one of the reasons Hahnville having this success that they are this season. That one misses inside, 2 balls and no strikes, and all of a sudden Quitman's made it in the house tonight. There they are. They've got 3 big ball games this weekend. Back-to-back state champs looking for 3 in a row this year in Class B. That one in there. Outer half for strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. Blackwell will look to get things started. If you'll remember that clip that we did, and about 30,000 of you have seen it. That one lifted high, back, and foul. Evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bunted in the top of the 8th. Got the bunt down, and there was a runner moving from second to third. She came around the base, kept going, drew the throw in that allowed the run to score. And just some good high IQ softball there out of Blackwell. You got to look at her there. Lambert rocks back, delivers this one. Swung on and missed, and that is a Sabine State Bank strikeout. Strikeout number 1 recorded by Lambert, and we'll get Austin Carter, the shortstop, to the plate. That early home run from Emma Jackson set the stage in this one, 2-0. We play in the bottom of the first. You see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Lambert with the strikeout of that one in there, strikeout of Blackwell to get things going, and she is taking care of business in the circle here through the first 5 or 6 pitches. Here you get a good look in from the outfield. That check swing up the third base across the way, and that is out number 2. So That's what you want to do. If you have a run where you or an inning where you pick up a couple of runs, if you can come out and shut things down early on, boy, that gives you a lot of momentum going back into the second inning. This is Sullivan Cannon. She is a center fielder. Saw her in the leadoff spot back a few days ago. If you're going to have a name like Cannon, that one lifted over into right field is back and gathered in there. So 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across for Sterlington in the bottom half of the first. We'll come back top of the second. It's 2-0. Hahnville has the lead when we return. Back to work we go here in the top of the second inning. Ainsley Johnson will be back out there. Baudouin, Walton, and Patan will bat 7, 8, 9 for this Hahnville team. Battle of freshmen out there. London Lambert, the freshman sensation there from Hahnville, and Ainsley Johnson from Sterlington. That one taken off of the plate for ball one. You see that press box where we are. Johnson rocks back and delivers this when that ground ball is over the shot. Scooped very well, but then thrown away, and that's going to reach. Good play, but that's still going to be an error on shortstop. That'll put a runner down, and we'll bring up Walton. So 7, 8, 9 due up here. 7 reaches on an error. One high in ball one. I think we got our wind adjusted camera there kind of straightened out in center field. Comes and it goes. That one bounces inside. And boy, the stolen base, and good work by Walton not to move at all. And that's certainly what you want to do. Just, you don't want to interfere, but you have the right to the box and not to go anywhere. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0. You see it on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. That one gets every bit of the plate. Wonderful day for softball today, but tomorrow is going to be even nicer. I think the high is 70 tomorrow. We'll certainly take that. Hahnville looking to add a little bit here. That one pushed back foul, and that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big shout out to our buddy Mike McMillan down at North Shore Prep Report. I know he'll be keeping an eye on the North Shore teams today. Seen a good one in this one early on already. As Hahnville out to a 2-0 lead. That one pulled down the line. Shug's got it there. She'll look the runner back, but going to get on down to third anyway. And that's out number one, and it will get Patan to the lineup. I think P-A-T-I-N. It's got to be their yeah, I would say. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, which generally I am. So that disclaimer is there. Swung on and missed through that one and looking to get something going. They'll move back to the top of the order after this. Again, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 8 o'clock scheduled first pitches today. That one fouled back, and it's strike two. You see our Saddlers towing, scrolling scoreboard there. Continued prayers for the Sadler family, as always. Johnson will rock back and fire this one in. Again, it is fouled straight back to where we are. Keeps the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Two to nothing early. It was the leadoff. It was the second hitter, Emma Jackson, with the home run. And then Jordan Shaz, I don't know. I'm still not going to try it. C-H-A-I-X had the RBI double. It scored Terrio. A ball and 2 strikes. Held off of a rise fastball from Johnson. Again, as you see our sponsors rolling around in the corner, we invite you to keep an eye on that. That one, ground ball, is over to short. They tried to take the quick way to third, but not going to have that. And now you've got runners on the corners with one down, and the top of the lineup is back in. So 7, 8, 9 does exactly what they're supposed to do. And Coach Tannehill will gather that Sterlington group in and have a little discussion with them. It's like they've got everything straightened out down there, and they'll get back to work. Hahnville comes into this ranked to number 9. They're 14-8 in non-select Division 1 against Sterlington. That is a perennial power down in Division 3. Division 3, probably one of the toughest, with Gina and Kaplan, French Settlement, Pine Prairie, Winfield, who had the big upset of North DeSoto last night, a walk-off 3-run home run. So Division 1 non-select Hahnville and Division 3 non-select Sterlington doing battle here. Swung through that one, and that'll walk down. And Sterlington certainly not biting on what they won the game with the other night. By no means. And there you get a good look in from the back. We'll get off that camera because it's clogged up there. Johnson misses outer half. Don't forget, keep an eye out for our LV 5K Player of the Game. We'll also got some invites this weekend that we will hand out. Down on strikes, so Johnson does a good job of getting out number 2. And this is the young lady that homered in her last at bat. Going down to talk a little bit about it with Coach Hahnville. Not sure what they're discussing in this one, but we'll get back to action. Emma Jackson, we told you, with the 2-run shot to right field back in the first inning. Steps out here. Very good command inside the batter's box for Jackson. That one lifted high and foul and out of play, and giving chase over there, but nothing doing. And we settle back in, and here we go. Up and out of the zone. Thought about coming in, but Blackwell does a good job to hustle back and get that one. Slides back, gets the ball, and Johnson was there on the ready, but nothing doing. Very impressed with the hustle and the way that Blackwell plays the game. There's no doubt about that. A lot of games this weekend. You'll see Coach Hahnville rotate a couple of catchers in there this weekend too. Going to get Jackson on to first base. Looks like he got her on the elbow, and that will load the bases up for the 3-hole hitting London Lambert, and already staked to a 2-0 lead. Would certainly like to help herself out a little bit here. That one lifted high over the left fielder's head. It is going to drop. All the runners were running as there were 2 outs, and that is going to be a 3 RBI double. Clear the bases off, and Hahnville swinging the bat pretty well. And they'll go out and get a runner for Lambert in this one, but that's how you want to help your cause. So 5 runs in for Hahnville, and we're just in the top of the second. Swung on and missed there, and that'll take the count to 2 strikes. Well, a stolen base there now. That'll get her over to third. That one popped up, going to be gathered in, and that will do it. We'll move to the bottom of the second, but it is 5-0. Hahnville leads this one. The big 3-run double following the walk to Jackson cleaned things up. We move bottom 2 when we come back. Back to work we go. Bottom of the second inning, 5-0. Alford will lead things off for Sterlington. Shug Alford, Neely Kilpatrick, and Briley Hamby due up as we play on in the bottom of the second. It is the 2026 Quitman Tournament brought to you by DHT Specialties. DHT Specialties. Of course, it is our big Home Runs for Hope weekend. Every home run that is hit in this tournament, we have pledged $10. Would you join us? You can go to the Quitman softball page for the QR code. You can go to our Facebook page for it as well, and it's all distributed out through the ballpark. So if you're making your way in, this is the weekend to do it. We're trying to raise money for St. Jude's. Ground ball over to third base is handled there and across the diamond. And look, this Hahnville team is fundamentally sound, and no doubt about it. That is out number 1, and it will bring Neely Kilpatrick, the designated player, to plate. That was, boy, I'm going to butcher that completely. So let's do this slow and, yeah, no. That one fouled down the line and over those trees that we can't get to here. Lambert, a good-looking prospect out there in the circle. And, of course, she had that big hit. Went to the fence in left field. That one lifted high. Center fielder digging after it to come in and going to find that easily. Canna Corn has that one. And they're 2 down now in the bottom of the second. Lambert doing a good job of getting through the early part of this lineup. Briley Hamby will step in. She plays first base for Sterlington tonight. Lambert on the night has thrown 12 pitches, just 12. Very efficient. I don't know that I've seen getting through a couple of innings and only thrown. That was, well, pitch number 13. I'll go get that towel out of there so that it's not right there by the circle. Again, our friends at Explore Alexandria Pineville. If you think there's nothing to do in central Louisiana, check out explorealexandriapineville.com. Rachel Shively, clerk of court here in the great Jackson Parish. We appreciate her getting on board with what's going on. Pardue Builders Supply here in Jonesboro. Go to PardueBuilders.com. That one off the plate as well. 3 balls and a strike. Looks like that camera has steadied itself out there. As long as nobody goes and bangs on the fence, that's the chaos that ensued. Up and out of the zone, and that is going to be a walk to Hamby, and it will bring B. Cerda, C-E-R-D-A, B. Cerda. A lot of these young names sound familiar off that Sterlington team. Yes, they were members of that Little League World Series team. That one off the plate misses there, ball 1. And Lambert thought she had that one. Tailed away right before it got to the plate. Lambert rocks back, fires this one. It is a ground ball over to third base. Scoop there across the body, throwing in safe. And he'll zip back down into second. And I don't know that it got turned around quick enough to see that play back at second base. But diving right back in was Hamby, but it was close. So safe at first, safe at second on the throwback Insert is safe there with an infield single. Natalie Tannehill will hit here. That was just a tremendous play over at third base. The only thing she didn't do was get the out. She came up, fielded it one hand a la Brooks Robinson, the throw over to first, but just not in time. That one back to her. This one she does let go. Threw a little flip there and out at third. And kind of slid around it looked like. But give all credit there to Baudouin, the shortstop, who was backing up the play at third. Got that in the little flip to third, and that retires the side. So no runs in that one. We have played 2 complete. It remains Hahnville 5, Sterlington 0 when we come back. Shea, Chaix, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Villasenor, who is the third baseman who's been playing it so well. And Baudouin, they're the shortstop that was backing up on that. Due up, 5-6-7, due up for Hahnville. Jordan has the RBI and is 1 for 1, has an RBI double in this one. And back to action we go. That one ripped between Alfred and Tannehill at third base. And they'll get that one pulled in, but it is strike 1. Take a look, just in case you're wondering, at who we have coming up next. It is Quitman and Ponchatoula. Coach Jeremy Harper brings his Lady Wave up. See Lily Verga and Abby Dagro and company as they make their way here into the northeast part of the state. Johnson will fire this one. Is ground over to Alfred at third. Across the diamond she goes, and that is out number 1 in the third. 5 runs. Let's get this where it's supposed to be as we are top 3. There you go. That'll get the folks. I've got double duty up here, so working the scoreboard too. And I see the Lady Wave start to make their way in. Some good games going on around us. Go look at curveball, unable to come back around and do that. So Ponchatoula Quitman next, and Chappelle and West Monroe in the nightcap is going to be a really good one. Chappelle comes in ranked number 1 in Division I Select. Fouled straight back. I'll get your attention, those that are hooking up the cameras on the fence there. That one driven out to center, left center, and it is gone. Big time home run there by Villasenor, and boy, she is lights out at third base, and she just crushed one there. Solo shot will make it 6-0, and Hahnville rolling in this one. 62 pitches that Johnson has thrown. The 62nd one went out of the park. Just to give you an idea, Lambert has thrown 20 in this one. That is a pretty good indicator of the way things are going. One down, we play in the top half of the third. And Baudouin there, Baudouin. You see it right on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard, 6-0. Hahnville leads this off a couple of home runs and a big 3-run double. That one up and out of the zone. That's 2 home runs, too, in the total. Don't know. We'll have to check around after these games are over and give you a running total on it. But so far, we're $20 in. If you've taken an opportunity to pledge, it doesn't matter if it's a dime per home run. Jump on board with what we're doing here. All of the proceeds from this weekend's Home Run for Hopes goes to St. Jude's. Ronnie Schwartz will be here tomorrow. Make sure that you're able to get a picture with him and that St. Jude backdrop. That one hammered out towards right field. It's going to be gathered in and caught, though. And that is out number 2. So Baudouin now 0 for 2. Does have the run scored. We saw an error earlier, and Walton, the catcher, will step in. That one up and off the plate. Ball and no strikes. Back into the bottom part of the lineup. Yet it has yielded 2 runs today for Hahnville. Swung on and missed. Evens things up at a ball and a strike. Got baseball going on tonight. Ash and Ruston on the channel. You'll be able to see. That one back over towards the fence on the first base side. There you get a good look at Johnson. Does that pitch up and out of the zone? 2 balls and a strike. Settle back in. It's a great weekend of softball here. Best, I think, grouping of teams from the south and teams from the north swung on there. 2 balls and 2 strikes, or correction, that will be a Sabine State Bank strikeout and down on strikes. But a run was picked up on that home run by Villasenor and go to the bottom of the third now, and it has been all Hahnville in this one. It's 6-0 when we come back. Edie, Blackwell, and Carter due up here. So 9-1-2 set to hit. First time that Edie will get to the plate. She represents the 9 spot here. Kaylee Edie, the right fielder. Lambert throws into that one as Edie squares around a bunt, but nothing doing, and it's ball 1. Again, a beautiful day here. You come up to Highway 4. If you're around this area, come up to Highway 4 and take a right. Go down about 3.5 miles, and you'll see the beautiful Jackson Parish Recreational Department. That one lifted down the line, giving chase over at first, but nothing doing there. And that's just a long strike that will even things up. Flying through the softball season, a lot of teams are about 20 games in. We started posting our statistical leaders, and man, it is close in a number of categories. We see that Baylor Bachhaus leads the way with 52 RBI. Now ground ball is over to shortstop. Backhand play is made across the diamond. A good stretch over at first base to have that by Jackson. Bodwanda Jackson has been solid today, and that is out number 1. We're getting back to some of the teams that were. We told you Chappelle is up here. They are the number 1 team in Select Division 1. It'll be good to see them. Great day of softball tomorrow. Field 4 is loaded with pretty good ball games, and that's where we'll be all day long. We'll give you an idea of who is going to be tomorrow as well. Let's look at that. We'll have West Washita and Ponchatoula. That is the 9 a.m. game. This Hahnville team going against Calvary. That'll be a good ball game. I'm going to stop saying it because every game out here is just that. Quitman St. Fred will play. You'll see Addie Clampett and Avery Hauser. Coach Donnie Wallace, first year there, taking over for Coach Ronnie Lasuzo. Quitman St. Fred, we told you that. And then the Chips, Archbishop Chappelle and Calvary will go, and that's one that a lot of folks are going to watch. Chappelle turns right around and plays Quitman, and then Gina and Darbone Woods. We will see Kiet Cooper in that one. So that gives you an idea. Some of the other games going on around us right now. West Washita and Hicks are playing. Ruston and LaSalle are playing. Darbone Woods and Houghton. And so that's some good ones. Hicks and Claiborne Christian play next. Montgomery, and that one is going to be in the gap, and off and running she goes. And that's what you want to do to get things going. That is Alexa Blackwell with that double. And, well, she's a ball player. There's no doubt about it. They will come in courtesy run for her as she is behind the dish today. And we'll get that name to you momentarily. That is going to bring to the plate Austin Carter. Carter, the shortstop. 1 for 2 now on the day is Blackwell. That one misses down low. You can start to chip away at this lead a little bit. That'll be a late night getting our updates after we get back to the hotel, but we'll start summarizing things that went on around this tournament, and of course get yours in to us as well. You send them in too. We can't cover everybody. It's difficult to get all of them in there, but you sending them into our message there on Facebook, 446 Sports, certainly has come a long way. That one taken off the plate, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Lambert will give chase to this one off the plate, and that is ball 4, and that'll put runners at first and second now. Sullivan Cannon steps in, the center fielder, and that's what we were telling you a little bit earlier. If you have a name like that, you're supposed to play center field. She can certainly You're supposed to have that kind of arm where you can do it. They'll come out and visit just a little bit, and trying not to let this thing get back any. If you're Hahnville, let's take a look at some of the other scores around this tournament. We told you Houghton was over there playing, so we'll make our way over and get a look at that score while they're out there discussing. And we're back to work here. That went in there for strike, and that's just what happens when you go out there and visit a little bit. You have that. That one lifted towards right field. Going to give chase and bring that one in. That will be deep enough to get the courtesy runner over. Darbone Woods is up 3-0 over Houghton in that game that's behind us. I saw Ruston was playing. We'll get an update on that, but let's see the scoring. There's 3 runs in the top of the first is what it was, and a Jolie Bennett home run, and I don't think that surprises anyone. Charlie Prothrow is in the circle for ground ball opportunity across the diamond. They go. That one thrown away. One run does come around to score. Another one giving chase, falling down there, and thought we might have a play at the plate, but you don't. There's a snap throw back, and that's going to get the runner down to second. And moving without the ball going on, but that is a run across. So now runners at second and third, and the first run across. That one in there for strike one. Well, if you are Sterlington, you certainly want an opportunity at tightening this thing up. It's 6-1 now, but getting those first runs across, what you want to do. That one lifted high and back into the fence and caught. Walton camps out under it right at what the would-be warning track there, and that will retire the side. But we go to the top of the fourth. Now 6-1. Hahnville has the lead over Sterlington when we come back. Due up. And we'll get that to you when we come back. Back to work we go. This is the 2026 Quitman Tournament brought to you by DHT Specialties. A number of folks have jumped up. You see Pardue Builder Supply there. Paradise Funeral Home. And the first pitch across, and it is gloved there at shortstop. Good work by Austin Carter to go get that, and it is out number one. If you were Johnson, just try to keep it here. That was Patan that lined out. And that'll get it back to the top of the order in Walton and Jackson and Lambert. This part of the order has been solid today. That one misses off the plate. Pushed down the line and going to be foul, and that is a ball and a strike. Johnson awaits the ball, gets it back in, and there she goes. Johnson up to 74 pitches now, and again, 38th on that. 75th one comes up and in, and that's ball two. Again, we will stop each of the broadcasts, create new ones, so you'll have to find a new one. That one slapped back in towards the fence. Two-one offering. It's fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball is called there. Alexa fires out of the behind the dish to get to that one, but foul was called, and they'll repeat the 2-2 offering. 6-1, we play top of the fourth. Hahnville leading Sterlington. Third straight pitch, third straight one, slapped back foul onto that third base fencing. Pardue Builder Supply, proudly serving Jackson Parish, did I see, since 1961. That one misses, much to the chagrin of that Sterlington crowd. Thought they had the strikeout from Johnson. Instead, we've got a full count coming. Johnson will rock back and fire this one. It is punched back foul as well, and Blackwell will hustle up and get that one in. Pretty good at bat here from Walton. That one again, poked foul. Telling you what a performance is being put on here from Walton. Walton 0 for 2 on the day and really running that pitch count up on Johnson. This is a 12 pitch at bat going on. 8 foul balls out of the 12 make it 9 and a 13. Well, that's just difficult as a pitcher when you see somebody continuing to foul off everything that you throw. She'll try it again. Payoff pitch once again and gloved over there at third base by Alford. She's made another great play, and I'm telling you, that's not a lot of folks play third base better than Alford does. And so 14 pitch at bat there from Walton. And that will get Alexa correction. Get it on the right team. That'll get Jackson. Jackson homered back in the first inning to get the scoring started. Takes that one inside for ball 2. Big shout out to Rachel Shively, clerk of court here. And our LV 5K, Lauren Vaughn, the Memorial Foundation Player of the Game. We will have that. It's already a tough one. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. That one lifted out to center field. Diving catch, and it's going to come out, and that will be a clean base hit for Jackson. Great effort forward out in center field by Cannon. Unable to get there. And now London Lambert, the pitcher, will step in. Right back. Straight back for strike number 1. Johnson having a little bit of trouble here. Got a couple of quick outs, though, and here the base hit and the stolen base has Jackson at second base. And they're going to put Lambert on, so they'll intentionally walk her. Runners at first and second. That's going to bring Terrio to the plate. So an intentional walk. And then now you'll get a pinch runner, courtesy runner in for Lambert, the pitcher. Trying to dial things up here with 2 down. Top of the 4th is where we are here in Jonesboro, Louisiana. That one lifted high and foul and near the line, near the fence, and unable to grab that one as it goes out into the crowd. But a good hustle over there by Alford. That one lifted out into the gap in center field. It's going to score another run. They'll bring the runner from first all the way to third, and that is a 2-run double, or a 1-run double, and that's what happens when you turn around and you walk somebody and Well, the next one up gets a little base knock out of the deal. And now 7-1 the score in this one. Johnson will fire this one back in. Good looking fastball in. And they just keep coming at you, does this Hahnville team. That one lifted high and over towards second base. Going to be gathered in there, and that will do it for the Hahnville team in the top of the fourth. They pick up another run. We'll move bottom four. A lot of work to do if you are Sterlington as we go to the bottom of the inning. 7-1. We'll be back right after this. Back to work we go here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 7-1, leading things off. And that's going to be a leadoff base runner on. And that's just what you want to do. They did it last inning as well. That one over the head of the shortstop. Coming up firing, but not going to. Calling out at second base. And that is just good work out in left field. Materio to come up and nip Hamby at second base as she was hustling down. Started with a base hit, but the out is going to be made there at second base. And just good work by Terrio to come up throwing. That one twisted back and foul. Pineville and Calvary getting ready to go to battle here. This is Natalie Tannehill. Tannehill that will step in. She takes that one off the plate, evens things up at a ball and a strike. One down, runner at first is Serta. She was there. Base hit. She reaches. It's a base hit anyway, but the runner is out at second base. Similar to a fielder's choice, but it wasn't really a choice. Had no shot at the first base. That one is off the plate for 2 balls and a strike. at least like to get that run back that you gave up. But a lot of work to do, and Lambert is just bearing down in this one. We'll keep you updated on that big. That one in there. And down on strikes, that will be out number 2. That one lifted down the right field line and they're into right field, and it is caught there. And so a base runner is stranded. That will do it for 4 innings of play. After 4 complete, we move to the top of the 5th. Hahnville in charge in this one. They lead it 7-1 when we come back. See Sterlington getting ready for the top of the 5th. Villasenor, Baudouin, and Walton due up for Hahnville. Hahnville having a pretty good day at it. Jackson 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored. She has led the way. She has that home run. Villasenor 1 for 2 with an RBI to run scored. She has a home run. But Lambert has been lights out in the circle. Only 47 pitches through 4 innings, and that's remarkable. 2 hits, the 1 run, it is unearned. Of the 47, 27 have been in the strike zone. Ansley Johnson back into the circle, and she will face the aforementioned Villasenor. Two balls, no strikes. Well, you can't groove anything to her. She homered, we saw earlier in this game. Takes that one for strike 1. Johnson looks, gets a sign. Don't know that she was completely delighted with it. Ground ball over to shortstop. Across the diamond it goes, and the out is recorded. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Again, Hahnville leading this one 7-1. A couple of home runs in there. Don't forget, it is Home Runs for Hope weekend all across the state of Louisiana. You can find the QR code to donate. We are donating $10 per home run hit in the tournament. Now, all I can tell you is on this field there have been 2 home runs early, so we're $20 in. Would you think about matching us on there? Maybe just $1 per home run. All of it goes to St. Jude's in there. And coming up prior to game number 2, Crew Tidwell will be throwing out the first pitch in there. Crew is the 9-year-old son of Caleb and Lindsay Tidwell. Crew was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor in March of 2024. Swung on there underwent brain surgery and 9 months of treatment at St. Jude Children's Hospital there in Memphis, Tennessee. Now thriving and doing incredibly well, and he will be on hand to throw out the first pitch before the Quitman game, the 6 o'clock Quitman Ponchatoula game, and we'll carry that live for you as well. That one over into right field. And that is another leadoff or another base hit there. One down runner at first. And that's going to bring Walton to the plate. Walton on the day is 0 for 3. That one stolen base attempt. Blackwell unable to get the throw down there, and that is a stolen base. Game 2 scheduled to get going at 6 o'clock. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page or follow here. If you're watching there on Facebook, that way you'll know when we're going. Down on strike she goes, and that's a good-looking pitch on the outer half. So 2 down, and a Sabine State Bank strikeout. That one lifted towards first, staying in play, and that will be it for out number 3. Clean inning for Johnson and the Lady Panthers of Sterlington. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th. Still 7-1. Hahnville leads it over Sterlington when we return. Back to work we go in the bottom of the 5th inning. Visit from Clerk of Court Rachel Shively up here, and we appreciate her joining us up in the press box there. That one misses inside. And this is Alexa Blackwell who will lead things off. Ball and a strike to Blackwell. She is the catcher tonight in this one. Had a double back in the early inning. That one's lifted high. Shortstop's just going to stand in her tracks, and she will be there and won't move. And that is quickly one up and one down. Carter will step in. Game 1 of 9 over the weekend that we'll do. That one fouled back out of play. Quitman and Ponchatoula coming up next. Of course, the tournament all weekend long is brought to you by DHT Specialties, but we'll have different in-game sponsors, and we appreciate everybody that got on board. That one in there for strike 2. Nothing in 2 quickly. Clouds starting to rumble in from somewhere. No rain chances, so I don't know where this came from. That one poked over towards first base and gathered in there, and a lot of atom balls as Jackson brings that one in. And quickly 2 up and 2 down. Bottom of the 5th, London Lambert just rolling along in this one, cruising. Don't forget, at the end of each game, we will announce our player of the game for the certain field that we are on. That one off the plate for ball 1. That one hammered towards left, but gloved there. And this Hahnville defense is just solid. That is another 3 up and 3 down inning. We move to the top of the 6th. It remains 7-1 when we come back. Back here, finishing up the warm-up tosses in the top of the 6th we play. London Lambert, the freshman, making her way back out there. Lambert on the season. Let's take a look at her pitching numbers. 2.93 ERA. They don't really have any other stats. There's some we can take a look at. 100 strikeouts on the season. Now, congratulations to Lambert. That one lifted foul and out of play. Take a look up and down this Hahnville team, and you've got some defenders that are playing well. That one just foul over the outstretched hands of Alfred over at third base. Lambert leads the way with a .528 batting average. It's in 86 plate appearances, so she's swinging it. A whopping 48 RBI that puts her just 4 off the pace. 10 home runs on the season for London Lambert. That one over towards second base, going to be gloved there, and in time for out number 1. Good play out at second base. He's going to be gloved there, and in time for out number 1. Good play. Filling with our little instant replay there just a minute, just so you can get an idea, and we'll go back to live action here. It's a final in one of the games. West Ouachita, Hicks knocks off West Ouachita 6-5. That one is fouled back and will stay inside. Blackwell gives chase, and she's got that in. 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th for Hicks as they were trailing that one 5-2, but they put up 4 runs. Henley with the home run for West Ouachita for Hicks. Ducey gets another one. She pitches 6 strikeouts in that one. She has herself a pretty good ball game. Tried to bunt that one and unable to get it, and that is strike 1. That one just over the head of the shortstop and is going to be in for a base knock. That one pulled over the right side as well. Hustling around the third, so good piece of base running there by Jackson. And Lambert's got herself another base hit today. Officially, I guess, the first time she walked, so she'll come out of there. So 1 for 2. .580 batting average leads the Lady Tigers of Hahnville. Look for stolen base coming up pretty quick for the courtesy runner. Not going to fall for the run. Sterlington says, we practiced that one. We're not going to fall for that one at all. 7-1. Hahnville leads it. They're looking to add some more to this one. One game already in the books. That was the West Ouachita and Hicks. Hicks wins that one 6-4. Ponchatoula starting to make their way in. That ground ball is across, going to spin and throw and safe here at home. So a sacrifice bunt there that gets the run across, and that is run number 8 of the day. Second out there, but they'll trade that run for that out. Quitman and Ponchatoula set to battle next. That one off the plate for ball 1. 8-1. You see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. That one lifted high and down the line and foul and out of play. Again, clouds starting to creep in just a bit. Wind blowing out to center. Swung on and missed. And down on strikes, and that will retire the side. But the bunt, the sacrifice, it's not a squeeze necessarily, I don't think. Maybe a safety one. But did get run number 8 across. We move to the bottom of the 6th when we return. We move on to the bottom of the 6th here. Alford will step into the plate. A lot of work to do here, trailing by 7. Lambert with a 2.98 ERA throughout the season. Barring something unforeseen. Good play. Boy, that defense over there. Saying that the ball was on the ground. It was a good throw, but unable to hang on to it over at first base. But getting that, Carter just plays the ball so well. Leadoff base runner again, but the problem is they've not been able to do anything with it. So Alford reaches, and this is Kilpatrick that will bat here. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. So the work's got to start right now for Sterlington. Swung on and missed through that one. Snap throw back down to first, but nothing doing. That one looped over to second base, and it's going to be caught there. Jordan brings that one in, and it's one down. This is Hamby. Hamby nothing in 1 on the day, has a walk, so she's reached once. That one hammered down the line and going to drop just foul. Again, big shout out to everybody that helped make this possible for us. DHT Specialties, Pardue Builder Supply. Check out PardueBuilders.com. Paradise Funeral Home. And Rachel Shively, Clerk of Court, and is running for Clerk of Court. That ground ball will get Alford to second base, but that's 2 outs. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Again, this tournament brought to you by DHT Specialties. Again, Home Run for Hope weekend. Looking to launch this all around the state throughout. This is our Home Runs for Hope tournament. We at 446 Sports donating $10 for every home run that is hit in the tournament. Not just games that we cover, but any tournament game. If there's a home run, we're going to throw $10 into the pool, and we hope that you would do that as well. $1, it could be 50 cents. It doesn't matter. Every little bit helps. That went down low. 3 balls and no strikes. Our buddy Ronnie Schwartz will be in town tomorrow with the tent. He won't be at the Ruston Sports Complex either. He will be here in Jonesboro. Jackson Parish Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame, is on the grounds here. 3-0 pitch for strike 1. Well, it has been all Hahnville in this one early on. That one lifted foul and out of play, going to get over near the playground area in Pavilion 5. And that runs the count full. 68 pitches on the day for Lambert through 6 innings. And let me tell you, that is about as efficient as you will find. That one misses away, and just as soon as we talk about it, that's a ball 4 and a walk that will put runners at first and second. So Serta with the walk, and that's going to bring Natalie Tannehill to the plate. Off the plate there, and it looks like Lambert, last few pitches, has struggled to get the zone. The righty rocks back and fires this one, though. Tried to adjust. I liken that to a free throw shooter that misses long or short and then adjusts enough and misses the other way. She missed outside the last couple and came in way too much on that one, and that runs at 2 balls and no strikes. Rocks back and fires this one. A little twist on it, but out like she threw that screwball that twisted away from Tannehill. And Tannehill is a pitch away from loading the bases up here. All you need in softball is an opportunity. There are 2 outs here. That one right down the middle, and it is strike 1. Darbone and Houghton still playing behind us. The West Washita game, the only one we think that is over. Ponchatoula has made their way in. They will play Quitman here, and that runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tannehill just needing to put something down in the outfield grass to keep this inning going, really get it started. They need something here, and Lambert looking to shut the door. She'll rock back and fire this one off the plate, and that'll load them up. So Lambert running into a little bit of trouble here, and Edie will step in. Edie is 0 for 2 on the day. We'll see. Come out in a little bit of a visit with Lambert. It's a quick walk. That's not one of those walks where you're making a change. That's one of those walks where you're just coming out to encourage a little bit and settle down your freshman right-hander that has been throwing the ball very effectively and efficiently, and high five, and that's it. That was one of those that looked like Coach was reaching for the ball, but he ended up with a 5-5, and Lambert says, no, I'm going to keep this here. We're not going to make the switch. And you love the freshman's composure here as Edie steps in with an opportunity. Now a base hit from Edie could really make things interesting in this game that Hahnville's controlled the entire way. That one bounces and rolls up there for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes here from London Lambert. She'll rock back and fire this one, and it is in there for strike 1. Let's take a look at it the way that they're looking from it in center field. We'll do the same thing. That's our Walton view today. That one misses, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Lambert, the 2-1 delivery, bounces up, and she's a pitch away from walking a run in. It's just given up the 1, but back-to-back walks would likely seal it for trying to get out of here in the 6th inning. She'll rock back and fire this one. That one is lifted down the line, and fair. 1 run is in, another coming around to score. That is a 2-run double for the 9-hole hitting Edie. And hold everything. It's 8-3 now. And back to the top of the order, and the dangerous Alexa Blackwell steps in. She'll back out just a bit, and they'll come. And this is, you see the difference here in the walk from Coach. This is a slower walk, and expect that to be the end of the day for Lambert. And he'll get a fist bump, get the softball, and we'll make a change. And it looks like Villasenor is coming in from third. I saw third come in, so it may not be. We'll get a just could be Baudouin from short. They just had moved around, try to get a number. Looks like number 8. If that is Jordan, Chaix, that comes to finish this one in. Gassen, Gassen, is in at pitcher, is who they've got listed in there. So it is a tire discount center pitching change. And it'll be Gassen that faces Blackwell here. Blackwell hits the ball like she has the last 2 or 3 weeks. An opportunity to really tighten this thing up. Runners at second, third. This has been done with 2 outs now. Still 2 down. That one misses for ball 1. That one pulled down the line. Going to throw across the diamond. It's high, but it's caught and brought down. And coming in and doing her job, and that will keep it at 8-3 after 6 complete. We move to the top of the 7th. Hahnville leads this one 8-3 when we come back. Ansley Johnson out for her 7th inning of work here. She'll try to keep it right here. leading things off, Villasenor. And she's had herself a pretty good game. 1 for 3, had that home run, has been electric over at third base. Again, Quitman and Ponchatoula due up next. Should be a great one. We'll see Abby Dagro pitch. We'll see Lily Verga, who is second in the state in RBI. Lily is a 2026 Pelican State Rising Stars All-Star invitee. Quitman has Hallie Kate Pullig, that is one. So we'll see a couple of Pelican State Rising Stars All-Stars going up against each other in this next game. That one up and out of the zone, 2 balls and a strike. Johnson trying to finish things off here for Sterlington and give her teammates an opportunity to come back. Time is called and time is granted. That one taken inside for strike 2. Game 1 winding down. We play top of the 7th. That one smoked down the line and foul. They'll redo the 2-2 offering here. Sun starting to make its way down. Boy, it has been a mess. Tomorrow morning should be good up until about 2 or 3 o'clock. But as it creeps down now, it is right in the window where we are. Swung on and missed, and that's a Sabine State Bank strikeout. Down on strikes goes Villasenor, and it will bring to the plate Baudouin. Jackson 3 for 3 on the night, 4 runs scored. Very good candidate for our LV5K player of the game. London Lambert as well. Emma Jackson batting .273 on the day. That one out in front of the plate is going to be gathered in. Down to first and in time. They'll call the out. Good looking play there. That one out in front of the plate is going to be gathered in. Down to first and in time. They'll call the out. Good there at the end of it. There did Blackwell. That one out in front of the plate is going to be gathered in. Down to first and in time. They'll call the out. Good looking play there. That one lifted down the line and going to be caught there for out number 3. So good inning by Johnson there. We move to the bottom of the 7th. Final chance for Sterlington in this one. We'll be back. Bottom of the 7th we go. The 2026 Quitman Tournament brought to you on 446 by DHT Specialties. They are our title sponsor in this one. Of course, Paradise Funeral Homes on board. Pardue Builders Supply, another supporter of all of this. And Rachel Shively, clerk of court here in Jackson Parish. Couldn't do any of this without those folks and the work that they have done. And again, we will announce our player of the game following this one. Barring something unforeseen in there, it is going to be the 3-for-3 performance, 4 runs scored and a home run and a walk. So she reached all 4 times in this one. Class of 2026, Emma Jackson, the leadoff hitter here, will be our player of the game, our LV 5K player of the game. We'll get her up here and get her one of those award T-shirts. That one in there, strike one. Home run she had in the first inning set the tone that Hahnville never looked back on. That one popped up, skied over towards the playground and drops over there by the slide. And the Mad Dash is on for the softball. Again, big shout out to Quitman head coach Justin Dodson for having us up this weekend. That one lifted high and back and foul. Nothing in 2 here. To Carter. That changeup popped up over to second base where it is gloved and handled there. Jordan camps out under that one. And Gasson an opportunity to finish this thing out. Gets the first out along the way. She'll face Sullivan Cannon. That one in there for strike one. We will see Hahnville a couple of times tomorrow. They'll be on this field. So we've got a lot of, we've got some good softball here on field number 4. One hammered foul and going to make its way over towards the other field. Bounces off the walkway and harmlessly to the ground, and ball and 2 strikes. Sterlington sits just outside of the top 4 in that very tough non-select Division III. It's got Kiet Cooper and Gina that you'll see in this tournament. You'll see here on this field in the late game against Darbone Woods, sitting at number 1. French Settlement, Malloy Miles and company are there. Coach Blake West doing a great job. Pine Prairie is there. Kaplan is and that ground ball is over to Villasenor. Throws it high and throws it away. And that's going to get a runner on first base. .553 on your Friday evening. Game 2 was set to start at 6 o'clock, and we're not going to make that. Darbone and Houghton still doing battle behind us. That one hammered out into the gap. Going to go off the base of the wall. And Alford does a good job of hammering that, and now you've got runners at second and third with just one out. That is going to bring Kilpatrick to the plate, and they'll come out here and talk about this a little bit. They're going to get a pinch runner for Suge over there. You know, she favors that knee just a little bit, has that big brace on, so they'll get her out there. Coach Tannehill wanting to utilize everything that he can here. Continues to work and do things, trying to mount a 5-run comeback in the 7th with one out. Alford there looking to, Kilpatrick up, trying to get this back to the top of the order. Changeup sits down right at the top of the zone, and a ball and no strikes. Again, join us for the late 2 games tonight, and then 6 tomorrow beginning at 9 a.m. Yes, 9 a.m. That off the hands and fouled back. It's going to be a foul ball that's called, and nothing in 2. So Gasson way ahead in this one. Try to get you some updates from around the way of some other games that are going on too. Pineville and Calvary going to be in a battle tonight. Swung on there, and that will, well, that's not, it's a, scoreless into the 3rd in the Pineville and Calvary game, so that's a good one. That one misses. Anderson has 6 strikeouts through 8 batters. Check swing number there goes foul. And Kilpatrick staying alive through this one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one up and out of the zone, and Kilpatrick looking to reach base for the first time. She's nothing in 3 today. All 3 batters behind her have walked today. That one swung on and lifted, giving chase over near the on-deck circle, but nothing there. But I like the way that Lambert gave chase over there to get after it. They'll do the full count offering once again. This has turned into a lengthy at-bat for Kilpatrick, and that one off the plate a good ways results in another walk, and the bases are loaded here. Still tying run not to the plate just yet, but on deck. Coming to the plate now is going to be Hamby. Hamby is 0 for 2 on the day. Bottom of the lineup only has, well, it's got 2 hits in it, one from Serta and one from Edie. But Hamby there, nothing in 2 on the day, has walked once. And they'll get out and talk about it just a little bit more. You see it on your screen. standing right above our Saddler's Towing scrolling scoreboard, tells you where we're at, and it's a reminder of our Pelican State Rising Stars All-Star game that's coming up. That'll get Hamby to the plate now. Takes that one down low, ball one. And the Sterlington Panthers are a batter away, a run away from getting the tying run up to the plate. And we never would have thought we'd have said that. That one back to the pitcher, and Gasson's going to control that one. Kind of off the fist is where it got it. And that changes the complexion of things. Now it is 0-2. And now down to their final out. Hamby on the pop out to the pitcher. And Serta, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Right down the middle there, strike one. That's the first time Gasson has been ahead on a batter in this inning. That one, diving stab, and just going to get right there on the base, and that's how you finish one out. You dive, you grab, you get that one, and Villasenor, a tremendous job to play third base as we've seen all day long. So that will be the ball game in there. Again, congratulations to our player of the game. Our LV5K player of the game is going to be Emma Jackson, 3 for 3, 4 runs scored and a home run. That'll wrap it up. Get ready for our next game coming up in